everyone, this is Garrett and this is Amnesia, a machine for pigs. And last time we played, I said I was going to upload a video day after release, and that went completely wrong. But I hopefully uploaded it at some point, otherwise this video is not going to make any sense at all. But yeah, this is Amnesia. I'm just going to continue gallivanting through this house. Why does it tell me how to run? That bothers me. Because it doesn't look like there's anything to run from. Or is there? I don't know. There might be. There might not be. There's a bunch of paintings. Old man getting buried alive. People who are just sitting around. More people sitting. A lot of sitting going on here. I could just jump down, but I choose not to because the game told me to run, and therefore I'm going to look at every painting. And every painting is going to get thoroughly investigated, because otherwise I might miss out on great things like this note. Edwin and Enoch's diary, October 3rd, 1899. Daddy says we're not allowed to play with the animals anymore. We were playing hide and seek with Cook, and he came and shouted at us, just as we were going to hide behind Mr. Grumpy Teddy. Cook says it's because of the guns in there, but he always lets us help polish them, so it can't be that. Anyway, that room is haunted. If you sneak around there at night, you hear the ghosts in the walls behind the cases. They are often angry, or that's how it sounds. We think that's why you can hear them rattling their chains and slamming doors and things like that. We don't like it in there anyway. But actually, it was me. There were no ghosts all along, just an old man who sits around walls and bothers people's mental stability. Which is kind of rude, but you know, makes up for all the paintings. Oh, there's a cute dog on that painting though. Look at a little dog. I just want to look at that little dog, and this couch is not helping me. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, little doggy. I'm going to assume that you were not cute at all. I'm going to assume you were a monster. And there are a lot of these doors with like the zippy locks. I wonder if that's a thing from the past where all the locks had zippy locks. Wasn't this painting in the original Amnesia game as well? Because I remember that face looking at me and going, ugh, why is he looking at me like that? But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. More people sitting down, spectating, more paintings.
Come and see.
Come and see. But what do you want me to see, my child? Aside from earthquakes again. There are definitely a large amount of earthquakes in this place. Ooh, the journal updated. But I didn't do that one. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff. Where once we sat to weep, lilies passing under weapons that cannot slay the angels to retrieve her from heaven. Look beyond the paintings, Oswald, where you watched her bathe. The children must have discovered those secret places and taken refuge there. It was something that I probably could have read the moment I hit that chamber with the weapon that I had to pull up, but there you go. In the grand hall, that voice on the telephone. He speaks as if he knows me, and indeed I seem to remember him, like a twin pulled away from the other at birth. I feel we are entwined, though I cannot conceive of how. I am a drowning man, grasping for the surface within my own house. Beneath me, I know there are splendid architectures hidden in the dark. If only I can find the entrances. Well, judging from all the earthquakes, we're probably going to find an entrance just randomly in a room at some point, because there's probably not going to be much left of this house if these earthquakes keep going on. Foundations were really not that good back then, compared to how they are now, and right now they're really not very earthquake-proof either, so considering that, things are probably going to get down soon, but we shall see. I'm standing on a pot, but it's not... Oh, that painting fell down. Did I knock that painting down, or was it already knocked down previously? It's probably knocked down previously. God, that is a terrifying painting, actually. Like, that's a little baby, and then there's that face going... Oh, and then there's a baby in a pot. That's... Man. That is a oh, she's wearing a... Man, this painting is distressing. I am distressed by art. As per usual. Art is very distressing to me, usually. There's a big door here. Can I open it? I can, wow. I'll mess around with that in a second, because it seems like the side rooms are always more exciting. Light on. Another one of this painting. More distressed dogs. Always the distressed dog looking behind us. You know, I don't think I would have minded a few less paintings. I'm not gonna lie. There are a lot of paintings, and they're very often this one. This very specific dog painting, but what do I know about art, right? The more the merrier, I guess. So, there you go.
I must say, my dear man, you look awful.
Yes, sir. I seem to have picked up something rather nasty in Mexico.
I do understand what you've been through. A lesser man would have crumbled. Yet you have made all of this. Your great factory, your charities. It is a wonder for one man alone.
It will all be made clear, Professor. But first, a drink.
Well, there you go. More therapy. Recorded and then placed in random places in the house, making it very awkward to play pool. Because this causes that to happen. I like how the ball rolls, though. Like, that's a very odd thing to say, I guess, but it seems to roll a lot nicer than a lot of balls in video games. I don't know, like, usually when you do something like this, it'll just roll over the carpet, but the carpet actually stops it, and that is just really interesting to me somehow, because I would have expected it to just go, oh, well, carpet, whatever, I'm just gonna roll, oh, another carpet, whatever, oh, yeah, carpet, cool, I'm the magic ball that destroys all. But no, like, it actually gets blocked and stuff, and I can actually knock things over with, I think, this ball. Look at that. Like, I like that. As you may have noticed. It didn't break, though. Can I put this in the glass? That would be so cool. Just watch me play around with random physics for the next 20 hours. I hope you don't mind, because that's pretty much what this is going to be. Oh, no. I'm... like, it seems like it would fit. But only... yeah, I don't know. Looks a bit off. I'm guessing I can probably not knock this glass over because it has liquid in it. Yeah, that glass is solid. I would be sort of surprised if you could knock over things with things in them, like anything that contains any sort of liquid. But at the same time, like, I would imagine the technology for moving liquid is probably there. So at the same, I don't know. There's a lot of questions right now. These things bother me as well. Like, they look like they can open, and from here they just look like a big smiley face on it, like a piece of wood. But what are you gonna do? I wonder if I can actually, like, hit that ball with this ball. Well, that didn't work at all. This is now science. This is important to me. I hope everyone is seated comfortably, because we are not going anywhere for a while. We are going to play with physics, because that is how I play games. Why is that ball rolling? This is not a very good pool table. Go. Oh, man. Very good. I mean, this is pretty much how you cheat a pool. You just sit on the table and then push all the balls into things. But, you know, that's just how people play pool back then. Back then, there were no, like, cues, so you couldn't use those. You had to use your hands, and you had to sit on the table. But it was a very unorthodox way of playing this game. I wonder when pool was invented, actually. I never thought about that. When was pool invented? Is it realistic for this pool table to even exist? Is it even possible? It probably did exist in 19 whenever it was, because, let's be honest, it's 19 something or another. This is another thing which I would have sort of expected to be able to interact with, but what are you gonna do? If you can't interact with it, you can't interact with it. I'm just gonna put every ball in this one. Actually, no, I'm gonna put a few in this one as well. Is there an 8-ball? There's no 8-ball in this thing. It's just like a snooker table secretly. Am I playing snooker without realizing it? Then again, there's not any solid colored balls anywhere, I guess. Maybe back then, pool was a lot different. But in any case, I will reign supreme in this game of pool. That didn't do anything, did it? That was basically all pointless, wasn't it? Well, we're taking number 4 and we're putting it in here. Watch there be like an Easter egg somewhere in this game, and I will be the person to find it, and it's going to be so sweet. And it's all related to this number 4 pool ball that rolls like an angel into fire. I cannot interact with the fire, I cannot be burned by the fire, but the ball spins around most gracefully into fire. Oh, an emblem. Maybe this is a reference to Resident Evil, because Resident Evil had emblems. Therefore, it must be a reference to Resident Evil, for it is the only time emblems ever existed in mansions. Yes, that's how science works. And history. and many things. Man, this is a huge mansion. As they once said, what a mansion. It does bear some resemblance to the Resident Evil 1 mansion, I'll give you that. But I'm gonna say that was probably not entirely their inspiration. The front door is locked. No entrance can be found. Quiet background noises can be heard from upstairs as we enter a dining room. Sounds of death play in the background. It was all just an illusion, a memory of an ancient past. As we played our cellos and pianos, another one of the same model as well, we walked through the dining room, placed down our violin, and moved on. We could not find peace or tranquility, but we could find another note. And that's all in German. It's like, sleep, my child, sleep. The deer kills, the deer is killed in my hand, and I weigh you in this often wounded me, my dear. That is so entirely wrongly translated, but something about a crying angel, and we bleed, and you get hurt, and then we sleep a bunch. My child, sleep, and I will weigh you. I'm pretty sure I may have mistranslated that slightly, but you know, it's roughly what they were going for, I think. Let me weigh you. A poem by a German person. No one truly knows which German person, except for poets who know it. But I am not a poet without knowing it, so unless I am a poet without knowing it, I guess I wouldn't know, would I? Not really one of the things I have to worry about right now, because we are going... Ooh, another gun. Interactable gun? Non-interactable gun. Interactable teapot? Non-interactable teapot. Genie lamp? Not a genie lamp at all. It's actually just a piece of scenery. However, every single chair, I can make it fly through the room. What purpose does it serve? None. Wow, this is a solid chandelier. It's weird. Like, a lot of things are just completely immobile, and then other things are mobile, but only if you push other things into it. And then there are things which are just completely solid, which you sort of expect not to be solid at all. Because I'm pretty sure I've seen chandeliers in Amnesia or Penumbra games where you could actually move them, and I don't know, it's weird. It seems that they could have used some of those mechanics just in this game, because they got the physics engine for it, I would say. Unless they change it so much that it's just completely unrecognizable. Ooh, this is one of the screenshots in the Steam store page. Bunch of stuffed animals. Oh my god. Oh, that is good. I like that. Bird looks very menacing, though. Then there's this thing. What is this thing? Is this a giant anteater? I didn't know anteaters were this big. I guess it is a giant anteater, but still, it's quite large. Hippopotamus. Shot with a shot date. Another pig. I'm gonna say this guy fancied his pigs. What is this that you tell me on beers and bathtubs? Fine. After the party, she took my arm and said, "But darling, however did you get from the trophy room to the guest bathroom so quickly? Everyone considers you quite a magician, my darling Lilibeth." Lilibeth? Huh, I didn't know that was an actual name. My father's house has many rooms, and as for mine, well, it also has its secret chambers. So you do not need to worry, my dear. Can I seriously move this? Wow. Moving the bear reveals the secrets. Which, I guess, was kind of inevitable that you find it, because every door is locked in this house. I'll go there later. There's so many rooms you can explore. It's so neat. What the hell was that? Huh? There was a thing moving around there. Maybe it was a pig. As it is a machine for pigs. That makes me wonder. Maybe I should go to the little hidden area first. Just in case. I feel like otherwise I would be missing out. Look at this thing, dude. Like, what? Was this thing here earlier? Like, I think I would have seen this, but I guess not. I guess I missed it somehow. Easy to miss, I guess. Can I move this back again? Oh god, the door. Okay. Ah, yeah, blocked the door. Some axes. Long corridors. There's a lot of long corridors with a bunch of like smoke and awfulness. Like, considering that they basically hollowed out all these chambers, you would expect that they had the capability of at least making it look somewhat presentable, rather than just making it look like a factory inside their house. But you know, what do I know? I'm not an engineer. I'm not an architect. I am none of these things. I am but a simple video game playing dude guy who does other stuff occasionally, but that is not relevant to this video, so we shall not discuss it. Well, that made a horrible sound. So that definitely was a good idea. And now it's jammed. Good job, me. I broke this thing. I don't know what thing it was, but it doesn't seem quite as viable to use as it was previously. Good job. What would the world do without me? I wonder if in this entire game you never actually have something like an inventory system. Because I can't access anything. Also, I'm curious if I got myself stuck in here. I'm sure they had like an alternate way of opening this door from this side in case someone moved the giant bear. Guess that would have been a bit bad if that wasn't the case, would it? What is this place anyway? A lot of noises. No way out. Man, did I actually get myself stuck? Because that would be very silly. I can't see something like a lever like it was in the previous chamber. But maybe I'm just blind. I am known to miss very obvious things, so it wouldn't overly surprise me if, indeed, I just missed a lever somewhere. Though I am somewhat worried now because... Okay, I managed to move the bear through the door. I'll just keep this there, yeah. I'll just not... Was that bird here the entire... Man, this game is doing things. This game is doing things. That is actually really cool. I mean, that... God, this game is messing with me. Wait, is this a different room? Wait a minute. Did pulling that thing actually move more? Because... No, this... Whoa. Because that bird was definitely in that corner. Holy crap, this game is... This is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I like that. I hate it, but I love it at the same time, you know. I think those are cats. Because that really messes with your head. I am very certain that bird was in the other side of the room, but wow, that was clever. That was very clever. Just little things like that. I love that. I wonder if there's anything in here. But yeah, that kind of lost me on my train of thought about the inventory system. But I guess we'll see as we progress through the game. Man, what is going on in this house? There's a lot of roads. Maybe that's what they were going for, like as an insanity effect. There's just that painting of the bloody dog everywhere. It's like to make you feel like you're going insane. Am I seeing the same painting over and over? Maybe I'm going mad. Maybe this mirror is not very good. Maybe we should clean our mirror at some point. Because it looks like we can... Yeah. It looks like our mirrors are not very functional. But fortunately... Apparently everything in this place is a secret room. So that's cool, I guess. Maybe that's why our mirrors are not that good. Oh, they're actually windows. With a lot of blood. Jesus, what the hell? I wonder if you can move that room from this side as well. I can't stop loving this effect though, like of the painting. That looks so cool. I'm like really impressed with the idea of this game so far. Like a lot of cool little things are in this game so far, and I get to explore a mansion, which is always fun. Because I am somewhat of a fan of exploring mansions. I wouldn't mind more games where you can do that, like properly explore one. Not even like it wouldn't even mind if it wasn't a horror game. I just like exploring mansions. What is the point of this thing? I guess I could just like put things on there and then it'll fall down, but is there anything I can put in there? I lost my pool ball, which makes me rather sad because I would have enjoyed placing that in there. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna say this is very unlikely to. Yeah. Very unlikely that I'll be able to just jump in there and go on an adventure on a bunch of escalators and stuff. And I'm guessing this one's stuck again as well. Yep. I am breaking everything in my own house. At least I assume this is my house. Otherwise I'm being very rude to some people. I guess I could probably take a chair in here. That's a big saw. That's a very big saw and a hammer. Well, we pulled another wheel, so that's good. Very good. Doesn't look like anything changed up. Doesn't look like anything changed up. And it doesn't look like anything changed anywhere. Everything's good. Man, I'm just hearing things everywhere. Was this thing here the entire time? This is just going to be one of those questions that just keeps coming back. Was this here all along? Were those lamps broken this entire time? Why are only those lamps broken and not these? Many questions are being asked right now. Was that door open the entire time? Was that screaming sound here all along? Was that dude there? Ah, God.
Hands are bleeding, raw. I scrub and scrub, but the smell will not lift. How can I hold my children with these hands now? How can I kiss them goodnight with lips that have issued such instruction?
I get the feeling he doesn't like himself that much anymore. I also get the feeling that this is strange. Like, is this actually a thing? Were beds like this ever? Or was this just something he construed in his little facility of horrors? Just like how this... Well, I was going to say that this is one of those look-through mirrors, but you can't actually... You can quite clearly see that you cannot just look through that unless they made the wall transparent as well. Which I'm going to say is unlikely. These mirrors are just not very good. But maybe it's to scare the player into thinking, I'm a vampire! It's very possible. Maybe I am a vampire. Maybe I shouldn't run towards the thing I saw moving in the distance. Maybe I should go through this door instead. Because why not? That's where I came from. That's why not. That's a pretty good reason why not. Ooh. Brief look at the painting. Ooh, hey. Someone there. Well, either someone's there or it's like a very obscure rock. No, there's dogs around it as well. Now I'll look at it more. Neat. Very good. Well then. Well, the pool table issue has resolved itself. Have I gone through this door? I don't remember. I don't think I did. I think I saw it and I was like, I'll go through it later. That's an odd painting of anatomy. Another phone. Who is on the other side?
Mandus, do you know me?
Who are you? Where are my children?
Trapped, Mandus. Far below us. The machine is foul. It is breached. It is flooded. The bulkheads are down. The children are engaged. If you help me, I can help you release them. Restore the power, Mandus. Drain the flooding and restart the great engines.
How? Where should I go? Hello? Hello?
So I guess that's what I've been doing this entire time? Like, I have been pulling levers and pulleys everywhere. So maybe that is the effect of the things I'm actually doing.
I am off to market. I will cry all the way home. I will have none. I will have none at all.
None at all. Right now, that statement is very confusing to me because I'm still not entirely sure what he actually did. But I'm sure it was most devious. These are just the things again. I guess I found a way. This is now just opened.
It's coming.
Get over here. Those little freaky things. If those are my children, they look very odd. They do not look like any children I have ever seen. But then again, I have never actually seen my children, and therefore, their existence is unknown to me. That is an odd door. I guess because it looks like a wall. Was I always able to interact with this? Because that would be cool. Huh. I wonder if there are other walls like that. Like over here. A locked door. It brings me nowhere but to the market. The market contains a single cot and sounds of horror. And annoying blurring effects that are bothering me more than you would imagine, because it's not so much scary as it is just kind of tedious because you can't really see what's going on. But I guess fear of the unknown is fear itself, and therefore all that becomes very spooky, but to me it just kind of seems unnecessary.